It was scary at first because I was part of the drama group in my church while growing up, and usually our coordinator tells us to fast and pray before we play such roles. So I was scared for a while, but later on, after praying and all, I got over it. And playing that role was actually quite. It was a different thing for me because I never thought I would play dead in a movie. It's usually the whole fun part, but it was quite different. And okay, I'm actually on low cut. You can't see it right now. I'm not going to show you. I'm actually on low cut. So Uche told me not to cut my hair so that it won't look as if, in the 19 something, right, making that kind of hair, the whole and the baker stuff.
Okay, one of the challenges I had was the fact that I have to take a female character and I am a male, obviously. So they made me I had to wear a gown, a lady's blouse, I don't know that is called. You'd see it in the movie, and it was really discomforting because it's not like the normal thing guys wear. I would usually wear trousers and pants, but it just took a while for me to get used to it, and once I got into character, it was easy.
Challenging, and the fact that I had to rehearse. I'm still upcoming now, so I had to rehearse, be at home, stay in front of my mirror, and a lot of things like that. Shall I deal with people? Yes, so those are basically it.
Mama told me, follow your dreams.
Oh, what that simply means is that Bansa ofura, bansa ja, aja ofura, ajaji, kogba girigiri, egbeje. So it's all about you have to calm down at all situations, even in the midst of storm. Just calm down, and everything will be well.
Okay, my name is Jay, and I was the music compositor on Ounje. I think the major challenge we faced the night we recorded that song was basically fatigue, because Tiade was pushed to her limit. I remember we rehearsed for close to 6 hours before she actually did the recording for that song, and that was just on the vocals. While we worked on the instrumentals, while we built the beat, myself and Courage, it took every ounce of creativity to bring the beat down to a local setting and still do that without losing the vibe.
I was actually restless before I got to the studio because I've never played to a horror song or a horror kind of movie before.
The biggest challenge I faced was while I was mixing, trying to bring in the talking drum sound into a horror movie. It was something I've never done before, and even producing for a horror film, something I've never done. But it went well. With the help of a lot of people, I think it was clear through, but it was challenging.
It was an enjoyable experience.
Oh, I'll be willing to work with Creative Nerd once again. Tiade. I so much love her spirit, and she's so positive and energetic. At all.
Mama told me, follow your dreams, never relent.
Ounje was a period movie, so we had to make sure that the items we were designing were in line with the times. For example, the provisions like the Bonvita container and the cabin biscuits and the currency. So we had to really do a lot of searching before we could get the images design right to look exactly like what was available at the time. For example, like the Milo can, we had to literally do it ourselves, create the can exactly how it was at the time. Yeah, and the currency, we had to print our own dated currency on blank paper for the prop money, so that we'll be able to get what we want. For.
the research for contemporary clothes, differentiating between what they were wearing then and now. If it was a culture-based movie, it is easily traceable, but as far back as 1970s, especially as they are uniformed people, so to say, like chefs, secondary school students, caterers, and the like. So my major challenge was the research, really, because I had to read a lot, go through some old archives, I had to go through some old images also, just to be able to pinpoint what exactly goes into which decade.
The challenge was having to tread about 8 ladies within 3 hours. It was challenging because my back was paining me like.
Action. Are you ready? Yep. Scene 3, take 2, close up shot, action.
Directors on brief, it has to be spiky. It has to really look like it was back then. And because I went to boarding school, so I know how our hair was. I was always making it even back in school, so it was really easy doing that and making sure that it wasn't just the modern thread that we use now. Like that shiny one, and it's that one that we used to use back then, so I had to use it in this way too.
Mama told me, follow your dreams, never
What we did for Ounje was create the character, bring them to life before we begin to shoot.
It's quite new. It's not something that has been out there. So the first issue we had was getting local references to guide us through the process of telling this story. The horror genre has been tackled in a different way, but this is something new. So first off, we had the issue of getting reference. Second off, it was a zero budget shot. So it was basically people coming with their own resources and saying, oh, I love the story, I love the idea. It is my own contribution to it. I want this idea to come alive. So it was basically everybody coming in their own space and then you couldn't push people when people are bringing in their own. It was almost like a voluntary job. So you had people coming in, bringing in their own little quota. You can't really go off the board to scold them. What you can do is just inspire and guide them through.
It's a zero budget movie. That's also the most interesting part of it because we had to make do with what we have. And seeing the final thing, it's just so exciting. And above all, I think the team, the best team on planet Earth. You know, Courage, Uche, Dumedi, Matthias, Jay, you know, and Rabbit, you know, and every other person that contributed, the actors, the students, School of Media students. I mean, these guys are just full of passion.
We have an industry where we just miss processes. There are stages that you need to put into consideration. Character creation is very, very important when you're creating scenarios like this. Each of the characters were broken down, and I had to go deep thinking and begin to bring the characters to life.
It was a crazy stretch because this is zero budget, so we didn't get a full location, paid location. We had to get a source for a location based off circle, people we know. So the location we got, we're given a stiff time and we're told to finish shooting at this time. It was crazy. So we had a lot of hitches along the way. Equipment is not coming in on time. The regular things with production came all through. So equipment didn't come on time. Because of the stretch, it got to a point that people were really tired. And then we had to take a break that I was starting looking at the time because I knew how we were losing time on it. And sometimes there was a scene we had to simulate day for night, and another one we had to simulate night for day. So it was crazy. It was super crazy. So we had to use the lights to simulate sunlight. We had to block out the windows during the day so that we could in little time squeeze out something from the limited time we got for the location. So that's the location. I had to also make sure everybody on set had to be comfortable. So I had to understand everybody in their own spaces and then relate to them that way, because you are there as a director not to impose yourself or not to be the Hitler, should I use that, the Hitler of movie making, but then to inspire people and get them to see the bigger picture and get them to bring out the best in them. The grip guys they'll get very tired, but then you just need to keep on inspiring them, and then you always need to be the figurehead and push them through. So we had challenges of I don't think I had challenges relating with people because they were all wonderful people. Everybody came in with a different energy, and then it really made the whole shoot go smooth.
Mama told me, follow your dreams, never relent. That's how we're rolling. Oh, Mama told me, follow your dreams, never relent. Oh, say that's what I did. Was it wrong part? Destruction staring to my eyes. So where the waters are, to point this fire burning deep down in my heart, sinking deep down. Oh yeah. Don't be curious, you never know what's